Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. This is Nick here, and I wanted to show you something dinosaur related. Since if you follow the channel, you know there was a bit of a dinosaur related travesty in the last week or so. And it was very negative, and it's still a little bit negative, and there's been a lot of fallout about it. Monday came around, no patch. I'm of course talking about the Orion dinosaur beatdown controversy. But we're going to put that behind us for now. If something changes with that, I'll let you know. But today we're going to focus on Dinos in Space by John Saba. This is a game coming out any day now, so I wanted to show it to you guys in case it looks like something you might be interested in. Now this is a trial, but it seems to have plenty of levels to take a look at, so let's see what we got. So it's a puzzle game, and it's got a sort of retro style, almost like DOS game style, like kind of old school feel to it. But it's a puzzle game. It's not that important. So I have a bit of an idea how this works already. So I'll just sort of get right into it. Basically, you have a space station full of dinosaurs that you need to launch into this satellite over here. So they start up here, and you can see it actually puts them in order in the top corner, and there's a reason for that, and I'll get to that in a minute. But you need to guide them to safety in whatever direction this arrow is pointing them in, using these tiles here. So you can place them down, and then you can rotate them around, and obviously since this is forcing us to go this way, we need to redirect them this way, and then redirect them again that way. So clicking on this launch station will send them out, and we have successfully completed the first level. Now, that seems like a pretty simple idea, but they very quickly ramp up the difficulty in this game, so much so that probably by about the 5th or 6th level I'm not going to know what to do anymore. But that's okay, because you get to watch me struggle a little bit. So yeah, this beginning stuff's no big deal though. So the tiles actually remind me a little bit of this game Mendel Palace that I used to love for Nintendo. Oh, did I do this wrong already? This goes here, goes here, goes here. Yeah. Did it backwards. See? I haven't even started and I'm already screwing up. But yeah, Mendel Palace on Nintendo, really interesting game. It's like tile swapping, and you would actually use your little character and like flip the tiles back and forth to try to knock enemies into walls. Granted, totally different execution than this, but tile-based nonetheless. And another more recent indie game that this reminds me of is one called Space Chem, which you guys should definitely check out if you haven't already. Really, really difficult game, but really interesting if you're into like modeling atomic courses and collisions. But yeah, that's a different subject. So this is where things start to get a little bit more complicated. We realize now that there are certain colored tiles that will only map to certain colored dinosaurs. So you'll see that the yellow matches yellow, and it shows the order that they launch in, now that that matters. So this is going to shoot yellow first, he'll hit here, bounce into there. The red one's going to come second, and the red one's just going to go right through this yellow tile and off the top. So we need to use our tiles to direct the red one to here. Then we've got the blue one. The blue one's going to go right here, hit that, and keep going that way, so we need to keep redirecting, and same thing for the green one. So now when we launch them, they should be very happily directed to their space station home in the center. I like this guy at the home base, I guess. He's directing us or something. He's got a funny little headset and glasses, and I don't know. So now we've got colored arrows. So we had gray ones before, but now there's colored arrows and colored bases, or rooted arrows, I guess I should say. And I can scroll through those with the mouse wheel or Z. So now we've actually got two launch stations. So a red and a yellow are going to go this way, and a blue and a green are going to go this way. And these are actually both going to launch at the same time, so you can't like delay them or do anything like that. So let's see what would happen. So if we hit a red one would go here and bounce into that rock. So we should probably do something about that. Let's take care of the red one first. So the red will hit here, bounce there, go to the space station. The yellow one is not as much of an issue because we can actually send him straight towards it. The red one's going to go through the yellow tile. And I believe we have a symmetrical situation on the other side of things. The green one needs to be mapped right here, and the blue one can go directly in. So that should do that. Awesome. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. These stations only take dinos of a matching color, so we've already elevated the situation again. And this already looks pretty hard. I won't lie, I'm not a genius at puzzle games. I like them. I'm persistent at them usually. But I'm not always super amazing at them. A lot of times it's a bit of trial and error for me. So I'm going to take it one step at a time here and see if I can figure this out. So we got a blue tile, which is going to send the blue ones there. So that seems like a no-brainer. Send that guy there. Then we've got a yellow one coming next. Yellow one's going to hit that. Oh, but I only have one yellow tile, so that's probably not going to work. And I also noticed there's a yellow tile here. Okay, no problem. Let's change things up a little. Let's pick these back up. We know gray tiles are going to actually send every dinosaur of every color in the proper direction. No, this isn't right either. I'm actually figuring this out on the fly, so bear with me here. Up here, maybe? Well, just for the hell of it, let's just shoot all the dinosaurs into this rock and see what... Oh, okay. I wanted to see what happens if they lose. Or we lose. So I could send the blue ones over, that'll solve his issue. But what about the yellow ones? I'm still confused on that. It seems like I need to send them in every direction, but there's not enough room to fit all the tiles. No, it seems like a waste, though, to put that tile there. What if I just used... Well, I could solve it like that, but then the red one is still going to just hit right there. Yeah, I mean, I knew that's what would happen. Yeah, this is very much like Space Chem, actually, the way this is set up, because you're actually going to spend a lot of time testing the path, I think, and trying to figure it out as it gets even harder. A little embarrassed that I'm stumped so soon, honestly. I doubt I'm really stumped, but I'm just not seeing the obvious solution right away. And I only get one of each of those. Seems like you would definitely want to send them the way that would use all the arrows, right? But that's going to send them all off the edge of space there. And that's not right. We don't want to do that to our dino buddies. We want them to have lots of snacks and be happy and all that good stuff. What if I can do this? What if I can move that there. No, but see, then I'll only have an option to deal with one of them at a time. Huh. What if I send all of them in this direction? And I can send... Is this really this hard? How could I be this lost already? Okay, I'm retarded. I didn't realize that I could point them back at the station. Okay, that should change things a little bit. Now that I know that, what can I do differently? Well, I can put the red one there, and I can put the yellow one there, and I can put the blue one here. No. I can put the blue one here, and the silver one there. Holy crap, that was remarkably hard. Okay, I'm just previewing it then. So that makes that be a down arrow. Can't, like, move this. There we go. That should have been way more obvious to me than it actually was. Place 2. Wow, so we're like 6 levels in or something, and we've already introduced like 7 or 8 new elements to this since we started. This is a complex game. I have to make portals and link them to each other. So yeah, this game is not messing around at all. All I get is a red one to direct. Oh, because they probably continue their path. Okay. Let's try this again. So link that to that, in, out, and then the red one goes right. Cool. Oh, that's it for the training. Now I'm ready for the real puzzles. Holy crap, this game is hard. Okay, maybe I'm just not very smart, but that seemed really hard. And then there's snacks to collect. So that's what we've solved, is this. Oh, and there's a puzzle editor. That's pretty cool. Not gonna mess with that right now because I'm barely smart enough to beat the tutorial. I can imagine that if you're a glutton for punishment and you really enjoy challenging your mind in ways that I don't think I was ready for challenging, I think you would enjoy something just like this. I'm a little sad that there's not any music. I mean, I know that's a tough thing sometimes, but the music would definitely help a little bit. It feels a little bit sparse in some ways, but I think the dinos are pretty cute, and the puzzles are seriously hardcore. I don't have a problem saying that this is probably too hard for me, but I know there are plenty of people out there that are way better at this stuff than I am, so I will freely recommend it to those people. I just think it might be over my head a little bit. Probably a few of you viewing or watching me doing those and just kind of wanting to punch me because it's so obvious, but I don't know, it's not so obvious to me, I guess. So there's the credits. This will wrap up this episode of Indie Impressions. We looked at Dinos in Space, and check it out. I'll post the link in the description as always. And if you get a second, head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions. That's the Facebook page I made up for the group. I really appreciate it when you guys come over and like that, and I really want to get some nice discussion started, or, you know, at least say hi to everybody over there. Alright, so maybe I'll see you there. And thanks for watching another episode of Indie Impressions, and I will see you tomorrow for another one. Have a good night.